we'll observe that graphs are nothing but the numerical representation are shown as visually, so to understand easily and clearly. So the graphical representation of the data in visual form, so numerical values representing as visual form of the collected information are called as graphs. So generally we see the different kinds of graphs that are bar graphs. Bar graphs are nothing but on x-axis and y-axis, we know horizontal line is called x-axis, vertical line is called as y-axis. So on x-axis we take some rectangles and to represent the information. So this is called bar graph. So for example, these are number of people. And here using internet and different years, in 2007 is 1 lakh and 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs, 4, 5, 6 and 7 lakhs. So in 2007, 5 lakhs of the people are using internet, and 2008, 6 lakhs, and 2009, and 7 lakhs, it is increasing. So this kind of graphs are called as bar graphs. Let's see. If we represent the information in the form of sectors in a circle, it's called as pie graph or pie diagram. Pie graph or pie diagram, we call it. So we represent the same information so this 2007 this is in 2007 and 2008 and 2009 here. It is 5 lakhs and here this is 6 lakhs and 7 lakhs of people are using. So this is sector, different sectors are formed and it is circle. So it's called pie graph. So when we observe this 7 lakhs, this is the largest part of this circle. Then the second largest part is 2008. In 2008, 6 lakhs and 2007, 5 lakhs. It's a pie picture, pie diagram we form in the form of sectors we represented. And when we use this kind of graphs, Histogram is nothing but between the certain intervals we use the bars, like in time varies, in time changes, changing in time, between some of the intervals we use the bars, that is called histogram. And a line graph, we use a line between the certain intervals, it's a line graph. Histogram is a bar graph, changes the intervals, and between the intervals we take, for example, we take weight and the number of persons. Weight is 40 to 45 kgs, 4 persons, 45 to 50 for 12 persons, and 50 to 55, 15 persons. Then draw x-axis and y-axis, horizontal line x-axis and vertical line y-axis. So the intervals we take it here on the x-axis. The number of persons will be taken on y-axis. Number of persons and weight here and intervals. Here between 40 to 45. So 40, 45 and 50, 55. So between the intervals we need to take. So 40 to 45, we will take 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, to 16 we have taken. So 40 to 45 there are 4 persons which we need to take. There are 4 persons from 40 to 45, and between the intervals we need to take over the intervals, one interval on each other, and that there is no gap between the intervals. So immediately after the bar we will take the next bar over it. So 45 to 50, 12 persons. Immediately on the next bar we will take it. So 14 persons, 12 persons, 45 to 50, that is. The persons are having age of 45 to 50, that are 12 persons. So we observe here there is no gap between the intervals, there is no gap between the bars. So that's the difference between histogram and bar graph. In bar graph we take rectangles, we take gap between the bars, and we don't take any intervals there. Here we take the intervals and there is no gap between the bars. Over it we will take it. And next bar is 50 to 55 is 15. So 40 to 15, 15 here. So this is 15. The number of persons between 50 to 55. 8 kgs are 15 members. So this is the histogram. We use the bars in that. So let's see line graph. Line graph changes the data continuously over the period. So let's see. There, time and temperature continuously it's changing over the periods. It's changing continuously. So if you observe at 6 o'clock, the temperature is 37 degrees centigrade, and at 10 o'clock 40 degrees centigrade, at 2 p.m. 2 o'clock, afternoon 2 o'clock it's 38 degrees centigrade, and 6 o'clock in the evening it is 35 degrees centigrade. So the data changes continuously. That is called as line graph. We take it the same way, x-axis and y-axis. There, this is x-axis, this is y-axis. X-axis and y-axis we have taken. This is the origin. And then, in this, usually we take time on x-axis, and temperature on y-axis. Temperature we take it on y-axis. First 6 a.m. and 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. It changes continuously all the time. But there is a difference between histogram and line graph. That is, here over the intervals we have taken continuously. Over the intervals 40, 45, 45, 50, 50, 55, the same. Here there is nothing. It's changing, the data is changing continuously. 6 a.m. after 10 a.m., 2 p.m., 6 p.m. And the temperature is taken on y-axis. That is 37 degrees, 40, 38, 35. Starts from 30. So let's take here 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50 degrees. So we take here 40, 37. This will not find out any difference there. So that's the reason we take some gap between the temperature. So it must be like 30. It starts from 35. So it starts from 32, 34, 36, 38 and 40. Then we can observe very easily. So at 6 a.m. it is 37 degrees centigrade. It comes over here. First one. Let's mark a point there. 6 a.m. 37 degrees. At 10 a.m. it is 40 degrees. 10 a.m. it is 40 degrees. So mark this point there. 10 a.m. 40 degrees. 38 degrees at 2 p.m. 38 degrees at 2 p.m. It comes here. So at 6 p.m. it's 35. 35 at 6 p.m. So now when we join all the points with the lines, with the straight line. So this is called line graph. We use the lines to join all the points to represent this information. 6 a.m., 37 degrees, 10 a.m., 40, and so on. All the information we have plotted on the graph. It's line graph. So up to now we have discussed about histogram and line graph. Let's take an example. The following table shows the number of hours spent by child on different events on a working day. So represent this information on a pie chart. Earlier we have discussed about the pie chart. The information will represent as a sectors in a circle, the form of a circle, and that some of the parts will represent as the sectors. So that is called as pie chart or pie diagram. So here the information is given. The child is spending his hours on different activities. So here is spending in school 6 hours, and sleeping for 8 hours, and playing for 2 hours, studying 4 hours, watching TV for 1 hour, and others 3 hours, so they 24 hours. So we need to represent this information on pie chart. So we know the formula for pie chart. It is, so we know the formula to represent an angle. We need to use to draw the pie chart. To draw the pie chart with the different sectors. So we need to have some angle first. So this represents one of the activity scheme. So we need to find out an angle, measure of an angle. So to find out the measure of an angle, we need to have formula or a rule. So the rule is to find out the measure of an angle. Each angle is equals to the particular angle expecting on particular event. Each angle, each event. For example, on this event, how many on this activity is expected for 6 hours. So how much angle it carries in the pie chart we need to find out. So each angle is, so component value by total value into 360 degrees. So the formula is the component value, nothing but how much time is spent each activity. This is the each one we call component values. This is one of the component. These are all the components here. The total value is this one, 24. Each component is, these are all the components, 6, 8, 2, 4, 1, 3. These are all the components, each value we call. And this is 24, is total value into 360 because we are drawing in a pie chart, we are drawing in a circle. So that's the reason we have into 360 we have taken that. So to find out that measure of, to find out each angle, measure of an angle, to find out that, so let us use the formula component value by total value 360 for first one. So first one, component value is that 6 for first one, 6 by total value is 24 into 360 degrees. Second one, 8 by 24 into 360, 2 by 24, 360, and next one is 4 by 24 into 360. So 1 by 24 into 360. So one of the value is left out, that is 3 by 24 into 360 degrees. So we need to find out these angles. After that, first one 6 and 8, 2, 4, 1 and 3. So let's cancel. This is cancelled for 4 times and this is cancelled for 90 times. So first one is 90 degrees. Second, same as it is here, 3 times it cancels, and this is 120. So 120 degrees. Next one, this is 12 times. So 30. So 30 degrees. So this is 6 times cancelled, and this 60 times. So 60 degrees. And this is 24. And it's cancel 12 table. This is 2 times. This 3 times, so 30 times, so 15, so 15 degrees, 15 degrees, and finally here it cancels 8 times, and the 4 table will be cancelled these 2 times, and 9 times, so 45 times, 45 degrees. So we add these all the angles. And these all the angles will be 360 degrees. So 210, 240, and 300, 345 plus 15 is 360 degrees. So this is total angle is 360 degrees. We got. So for each component, for each value, for each an activity, we got 90 degrees. For each an activity, we got particular angle. So for that particular angles, we draw in a circle, and we get all the whole circle and fill with all the events. So then we can find out very easily how much more time we are spending on which event or which activity. So let's find out. Let's draw the pie diagram for this. The formula we know that we have discussed. This all that we have calculated using the formula of component value by total value into 360 degrees. So let's draw pie diagram. So first one, this number of hours is 6. This is 6. For school, he's spending 6 hours and it's going to draw 90 degrees for this. So let's draw a line, and using protractor, we need to construct 90 degrees. So this is 90 degrees. Approximately we are taking. Approximately we need to we are taking here for the board. Actually, we need to draw for actual measurements with the instruments. So second one is for sleeping. It is spending 8 hours. So 120 degrees. For this, we need to take this one. This is OA and B. Let's take for OB. Let's think this OB as a base, and we need to construct 120 degrees. By taking the OB as a base and construct 120 degrees, and we get in this manner, that is 120. This is 120 degrees. So let's take the name here. That is C. 120 degrees is completed. So up to now we have completed two activities. Third one, playing for 2 hours. Playing is for 2 hours. 2 hours is nothing but 30 degrees. So let's construct 30 degrees here by taking OC as the base. By taking OC as the base, we need to construct 30 degrees. So this is 30. So let's name it as D. So this is D. The next one is complete 30 degrees completed after studying for 4 hours, 60 degrees. 60 degrees. By taking OB as a base, 60 degrees we need to construct. This is 60. E. Next one is watching TV for 1 hour, that's 15 degrees. By taking OE as a base, 15 degrees. Remaining is 45 degrees. This is 45 degrees. By taking the name